Hi, Dragon Dreamers. Gina Virginia Quisella here. I did not realize I did not add myself to the stage, so I've been talking to myself. Maybe I'll answer myself and get some good insight. Let me know how you're doing in the comments this morning. I don't show my face when I do these. It's morning. I've been having a good morning so far. Let me know how you're doing. This is a new moon wisdom weaver's gemstone reading provided to you absolutely for free. It's one of my favorite things to do. So the nice thing about having a paid membership is you don't have to listen to me promote myself. GinaVirginiaCasella.com. Check me out if you're not familiar with me. If you look in the description, there's a post, and I'm going to be cutting and pasting that post along with this video into my Buy Me a Coffee. So leave me a tip, leave me a comment, show your support, and I'd love to know which membership you registered for. So these are not scripted, and just let me sink into the moment here. And this is a collective reading. The first thing I noticed was my hand was moving in a right counterclockwise direction. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in learning how to do my gemstone reading. There's so much to say about it, and I can't help but default to teach as I do this here. So the message for today, and you can decide if it's for today, if it's for the week, if it's for the next moon cycle, or maybe the next month, or maybe you want to keep this gemstone reading in mind to take you through the rest of the year. That's for you to decide. This gemstone reading is coming from layers, if you will, connected to this world. There's an alliance going on. An alliance, a group of folks from this world and not from this world. And they work together on a committee. And the committee members are talking to us. And those committee members are from this world and they're masculines. And they're telling us, don't be afraid to follow your hopes and dreams. Don't be afraid to follow your heart. Your heart is in alignment, right? And we all know what the heart desires. We all know follow your heart, what that means. Most of us, including myself, we have a hard time following our heart because we have to do things like survival mode, scarcity, fear-based living mindset. And it's really challenging to follow your heart when you constantly are in survival mode. So Jaguar energy is very high. Jaguar is over here, and Jaguar should be over here. What's interesting, Eagle, Condor, and Jaguar are in each other's spots. So we're being asked to flip perspectives. Like, this is Jaguar's territory here, but it's like Jaguar's going on a field trip and providing insight over here. Eagle Condor's territory is here. The Eagle Condor, it's like doing like an employment exchange, like a student exchange. Well, teachers do exchanges too, and they exchange places every now and then to help us and with these committee meetings. These two are in the center to clarify, and there should be nothing in the center. These two are representing in this moment, at least, that the energy is very masculine. And it's like masculine, masculine, masculine. This triangle here, masculine. Polaris is focused creating this triangle, masculine. Over here, the wise and well whale and orca elders, they're a mix of males and females, but the emphasis is on the matriarchy. And over here, this is like all masculine, and the masculines are in the lead. So masculines are dominating right now. And this can seem a bit intense and scary because when masculines are dominating, we tend to think about like violation and taking over and control. But that's not what's going on. Free will is at hand. So that's why the wise and well whale and orca elders are behind because they want us to know, like, you always have to practice discernment, that in your dream life, in your spirit life, trust the masculines. Don't fucking trust anybody in your waking life, right? Stranger danger. But in your dreams and in your meditations, there are the jaguars. The female jaguars, they stay by the water. Typically, all animals do because the water provides the home and the food, right? Also, for survival instincts, the water on a literal survival level, and that's what we're dealing with here, survival. The water hides the scent, right? Water is also very dangerous. That's why jaguars are also there, right? Because that's where they're hunting, so it's dangerous. But a point to be made, the water is our mother, and the mother, the water, is a sense of safety for us in our deep subconscious mind. Knowing it's the full moon, themes of womb and tomb are very strong. The womb and the tomb has nothing in it right now except opportunity. Everything that you've shed is right here. This zone, the stuck zone, the stagnant zone, has been saturated and concentrated. If you've been following me, there's always a bunch of gemstones here. They're all up. This is a very encouraging gemstone reading. It's kind of scary and intimidating, but the gemstones are communicating like if you want it, you got it. But like anything in life, it's a martial arts. You have to build it. So a lot of folks are doing things like activations. Well, that's nice that you got activated, but are you taking the next step on your activation? Like a lot of us, oh, my alarm is going off here. Excuse me, I'll just turn that off. A lot of us are getting activated and treading the water, but that's all we do is tread the water. So the jaguars, the masculine jaguars, are calling to us and they're saying, hey, look, if you want to take the deep dive, it's not in the water because that water, that's like the feminine energy. So when you were a baby jaguar, you belonged there and everything made sense. The deep subconscious mind, these deep watery themes. But now you're an adult jaguar. And it doesn't matter if you're female or male, gender doesn't matter. We're working with metaphors here. You're an adult. So you don't need the protection of the mother jaguar anymore. In a general sense, we all need the protection of the community, and we also need to contribute to that epigenetics protecting the community. But the thing is, right now, again, working with metaphors, it doesn't matter what your gender is. The masculine genders, on a literal level, they don't hang out by the water. That's the female baby territory. They go far past the water to protect the territory and also to hunt. So there's an expectation that we cross over now with the masculine jaguars. Now, for myself personally, and I wonder how others relate, I used to be very scared, freaked out, terrified of jaguar. And it's because I was scared of myself. I was scared of my own gifts from God. This gemstone reading, a prime example. We don't need to be afraid of our gifts from God, right? But if we're going to be making changes and transforming, like we need to be accountable here. So you can't just be like an adult jaguar hanging out at the river. You need to be out there with the masculines. And when you're out from with the masculine jaguars, you are fucking far from home. And that's what's scary. Being far from home, so far from home, like on your hero's journey, You might not even remember what home is because that's how far you've been away from home. And like the hero's journey, when you return, well, are you even going to be able to return? So it's important that the male jaguars, they find balance, going and coming back, right? There's a communication. And the feminine, the divine feminine is always out there because even in places like dry deserts, the very moisture in the air is that feminine that's always with us. So there's always lots to be said here. If you were feeling freaked out or something like that of ghosts or spirits, it's because they're beckoning you to join them. You don't have to. It is your free will. And if you're not ready to join, that's okay. But you might get the spooks every now and then, like a dream that freaks you out because they're not trying to freak you out. They're calling to you, like respond to the call. You don't have to. But if you don't respond to the call, then what? Right? So the hero's journey is calling to you. What does that mean? Does that mean that the triangle of disempowerment is calling to me? Fuck, no, thank you. I don't want anything to do with the triangle of disempowerment. Well, you know what? When we talk about hummingbird and our high quality items, everything is inconsequential except the hero's journey, at least from the perspective of the conscious mind. The 5% of you requires the hero's journey. You require the storyline of the triangle of disempowerment. But again, the triangle of disempowerment, transform it into the triangle of empowerment. You're an adult now. Go with the adult jaguars. You have the blessing. Maybe you need to be told that you have the blessing. Like these three sisters, the Morrigan, they don't fuck around. Like I don't think any of my gemstones do, but like honestly, when I saw them in this formation, it just, and it's like Polaris is a hardcore masculine and he's like in charge and everybody is supporting him. And Polaris has a hard time backing off. So Polaris has also come a long way. Um, there's always so much to say. Imagine you booked a private session with me and this applied to you. Imagine you got to participate and give feedback, right? Imagine this story medicine all about you and identifying archetypes in your hero's journey and how that applies. So, stagnation, the spirit of Jaguar in particular is challenging us. You're seemingly stuck right now, not tomorrow or in 2026 or this summer. Everybody keeps talking about New Year's resolutions or this summer. What the fuck is so special and magically going to happen in the new year? What is so special and transformative about this summer? How are you tending to your garden? Right? So if you're trying to lose weight or something like that, you're trying to build confidence and it's not working out, it's not going to work out. That's the raw reality. It's not going to work out unless you go off with the masculine jaguars. Can't be around the female jaguars anymore. That's not going to help you. You need to go out of your territory. You need to go out of your own programming, and you need somebody like myself to help you with mind reprogramming and energy medicine work. So I know money can be tight for people, but for what it's worth, I offer a lot of free resources, and so do a lot of other folks out there. Ample, ample, ample free resources. So the onus is on you to take charge of your life. And like I said, if you're genuinely trying to lose weight and you're learning the hard way that it's trying, stop beating yourself up. You need to get mind reprogramming and or energy medicine work. So, assuming you are engaging in mind reprogramming and or energy medicine work and you're taking charge of your life, this here is going to clear. Some of you are going to enter 2026. Life's not going to be perfect, but you're going to enter it with a clearer idea because you said yes to the call. You went off with the masculine jaguars. Here, you stay stuck. I'm telling you right now, Dragon Dreamers, come this summer, I don't want to hear anybody complaining about their fat bodies or low self-esteem. I guess, back in 2021, it wasn't that long ago when I transitioned out of my teaching career and became a hypnotherapist. Weight loss and self-esteem, that's like all I did. And I get it. Some people, they are lazy. They have a strong sense of entitlement. But some people are actually trying out there and they're not getting results. This is why. So go off with the masculine jaguar. Go invite a whole new storyline. Be open to a new map. Like the map of the world, there's the lines on the map. Those lines on the map are illusion. We put those lines on the map there, and that's the message coming from the masculines. We put the lines on the map there. We colonized the land. The jaguars, they know the maps. Female jaguars know all the maps that the water and rivers, but it's the masculine jaguars. So again, this message is very masculine, and usually it's very feminine, and usually it's very orderly world. And so this gemstone reading wasn't intended to be so long, but I really needed to emphasize that. I still have more to say, but there's always more to say. Um, Follow your heart. If you're doing things that are in the name of the greater good and in the name of your high quality items, your gifts from God, your alchemy, like I said, life's not going to be perfect come 2026. Life's not going to be perfect come this summer, but it's going to be pretty fucking good because of all the work you put in and how you've been tending to your garden and how it's alchemizing. And now the circle, if you will, it's like you're at the end of the circle. So you can choose to keep stagnant and keep going around the same circle, or you can upgrade and go off with Jaguar, creating a spiral. So I'm just really passionate now. And when I pulled a card, I got this one, kind, safe, personal best. And before I pulled this card, um, I thought, well, it's not really like, what about if people are scared, like I was, to embrace Jaguar? And the message is, if you're in a situation in your dream life or your waking life, stranger danger is always relevant. And it always boils down to this: you and others. Are you being kind? Are you being safe? Are you doing your personal best? The epigenetics, the environment that you work in, and the people that you work with, folks, fuckers, moving beyond categories here. Are they being kind? Are they being safe? Are they doing their personal best? Who defines what kindness is, and who gets to decide the safety measures? Only you can know your personal best, right? So there's a lot of committees out there that have different humanoid species, part animal, part Homo sapien sapien, shapeshifters, folks who can take form and then not have form. Um, these are the folks um, that are calling to us as well, but it's through Jaguar and through the language of words and symbols um, that we can connect with them. So that was a very big reading for a mini gemstone reading. Um, there's still so much more to say. There always is. Um, Today, the physical plane, forget it. If you're feeling stuck, like even myself personally, I've been energetically down all week. That's okay. You know, we're a lot harder on ourselves than we need to be. Um, a lot of us, we think, oh, you know, I'm sick today. I acknowledge that. I'll take today off. But then we think, oh, tomorrow I'll go back to work. And it's like, no, actually, when you are sick to the point where you need to take a day off work, you don't need one day off work, Dragon Dreamers. You need like 3 to 5 days off work, right? And even when you're feeling good and physically you're feeling better, like it's not time to go back to work. It's time to hit the grocery store and make sure that your food is in order. It's time to, excuse me, clean your bathroom because you just finished being sick. Those are the priorities, right? It's time to do laundry. When you have, when after, you know, that's the focus now. So if you're feeling energetically low, like just, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. There's so much going on. It totally makes sense you're energetically feeling low. And all of your negative thoughts, like your bullshit thoughts that are keeping you stagnant, they're desperate to digest. Like, this is the mental plane. The mental plane should be up here. The mental plane is down here, complete opposite of where it should be. So, oh, a point I wanted to make like 10 minutes ago that I forgot was in July, sea turtle energy was very high. And a lot of folks that I provided um, mini gemstone readings to, their time was a factor because sea turtle season, if you will, starts in the spring and it ends in the fall. So the fact that it was the summer and sea turtle energy came up, there was opportunity for dragon dreamers to take care of some business, but they had to be on it. That has all come to pass now. So I'm being reminded in this gemstone reading just to check in on that because that's a really good example. Is the message I'm getting? People who saw me in July who got a reading like that, because there was a lot of readings like that. Some of them took action and some of them didn't. The ones who took action, they got their results and they're moving on with their lives. But some of the dragon dreamers, they didn't take action. Why? Why? Because they didn't get the mind reprogramming, they didn't see me for energy work, and or they have a belief that they're not good enough to even book themselves for my service. And it was a big deal for them just to even, you know, come and see me in person or to participate when I was doing a live reading. So we need to step outside of our comfort zones. And like I said earlier, if you're having a dream or a meditation and you get the spooks, it's not intended to scare you. It's intended to wake you up. Wake up, dragon dreamers, wake up. The masculines are calling you. Um, this is like a rite of passage for a lot of us. And I already talked about these two, but this is a very powerful duo when they're side by side like that. And like, allow the masculine to lead. You know, like in the elephant world, it's all matriarchy, and the orca world, it's matriarchy. But at some point, like, the baby boy elephants grow up and they have to branch off, right? And so it doesn't matter. Like myself, I identify as female, but in this example, it's like I'm a masculine elephant, and my matriarchy elephant tribe is telling me it's time to go. And the metaphors I'm working with using jaguar. It's time for us to go. And thankfully, there's a bunch of masculine jaguars calling to us. So let me know how you relate in the comments. I know it's early. Um, Thank you so much for dreaming with me. My name is Gina Virginia Casella. Will I get a stylo? Will I continue to take my glove off and on? We will see. Um, Thank you for allowing me to do my work. This is my gift from God. And I appreciate the epigenetics you provide, Dragon Dreamers, allowing me to be open, authentic, thankful, and to honor holy instances. And so make sure you get in on a paid membership. And I would love for you to join the free Facebook group, the Dragon Dreams Soul Tribe Collective. I would absolutely adore if you registered for one of my programs. And if you don't think you're enough, then you definitely got to think again. And that's where we would start. Like, if you said to me, like, if you booked a session with me and you were like, Gina, I've been wanting to book a session with you for years, but I didn't think I was good enough. And finally, I booked the session, and here we are now, face to face on Zoom or whatever platform. Like, oh my God, like that is a testament in itself to your growth and to our connection as a Dragon Dream Soul Tribe. Be kind, be safe, do your personal best, and you know what? Be kind to yourself. We beat ourselves up so badly. I'm fat, I'm ugly. You're not fat, you're not ugly, you're not stupid. You're scared and you don't feel safe, and your mind's doing its number one job, protecting you, and that means keeping you stagnant. I know all about the rules of the mind. You don't have to learn about the rules of the mind. Um, and you don't even need to worry about booking this service or that service. You just need a book. I've got a couple of videos for you, and I don't know if I can play them for you or not. Let me just see here. Here's video one.
It's likely clients will require energy medicine services and mind reprogramming. The mind can only focus on one presenting problem at a time, making regular sessions desirable. Clients who are not familiar with these services find relief in the knowing that they can simply surrender to Gina. Memberships are designed to provide a structure for the session. However, depending on what presenting problem identifies, will depend on the service clients are provided. Clients never have to worry if they need this service or that service. They simply need to book a private. And you can do that by clicking on Learn More or go straight to the Buy Me a Coffee website under Memberships.
Oh, you're not supposed to see me, Dragon Dreamers. So there you go. When I do these, I like to hide myself. It's morning. I'm comfy in my pajamas. Really got into my workload. It's already 8:30. Here's the other video I wanted to show you.
Progress.
Hey, Dragon Dreamers, Gina Virginia Casella here, your Dragon Star sibling and the one behind the Dragon Dreams Soul Tribe Collective. It is my fucking pleasure to assert that the Akashic Records are not a permanent record because your past never defines you. It brings me great joy and honor empowering others to know only you can write and rewrite your story. In fact, it's your birthright to do so, to make edits accordingly. The master scribe and authority you are of your life. The best intended contract is an intention. You were never bound to anything, even if you wanted to be, as we exist in a constant state of alchemy. No more life living you. The pen is very much in your hand. Take charge of your story. Shed false limiting beliefs and the matrix holding you back. Make your story count. I hope you have the courage to be yourself and to be all you can be. I know it's not easy, and you're fucking worth it. Yes, you. You really can change your story to change your life. You're the biology and the belief in the biology of belief. Discover Gina Virginia Casella. I would love for you to join the free Facebook group, the Dragon Dream Soul Tribe Collective, and I would absolutely adore if you registered for one of my memberships. Dare to Dream. Can learn more, or you can go straight to the Buy Me a Coffee website and look under memberships. Keep dreaming those dreams, Dragon Dreamers. You are worth it.
That's right, Dragon Dreamers. You are worth it. Oh, am I on the stage? I don't even know. There I am. You're worth it, Dragon Dreamers. And you know what? I'm worth it too. And, earlier I was like, oh no, I haven't gotten ready for the day yet. And the Dragon Dreamers are seeing me in the morning with my hair. And, this is what Soul Tribe is all about. And for what it's worth, like those of you who know me, my intention is to do this at the beach, right? Rosie and I are in search of that condo by the beach. So if anybody out there has a spare room or something somewhere sunny where it's always summer, uh, that's cat friendly, reach out. So um, when you book a session with me, I do my hair and makeup. Uh, in the morning, I do my spiritual homework, and then at around 5:30. If I'm feeling it, I do a gemstone reading for myself. If I feel like it's a collective, then I just hop on here and do it. The nice thing about having a paid membership is that you don't have to worry about me taking time promoting myself, and the gemstone readings are a lot more narrowed down. And I just really love doing them. So I can see people are starting to tune in. So a big good morning to you. I, however, am actually just in the process of signing out. So if you missed the gemstone reading, just catch the replay. It's the same link in the description and in the comments. You can find my link to buy me a coffee. Like I said, I would love for you to join the free Facebook group, the Dragon Dream Soul Tribe Collective. It's a great community, like-minded dragons. Post your dream journals, get in on conversation. But if you wanted to really level up and take charge of your life, identify and smash false inhibiting beliefs, then you got to book with me, right? Mind reprogramming, energy medicine work. I never thought I would do any of that. My gemstone readings, that's a creation of my own making, a one of a kind. So that's really important to note. What else do I want to tell you? Wow. Oh, yes. I wanted to really encourage you to dream journal because today's gemstone reading, um, I know I've been there where I get freaked out about spirits. I've come a long way. So, those of you, because my ideal clients are typically 10 steps or 500 steps behind me, walking the same path that I walked. And so that's why it's really powerful, our buddy system, if you will, because I get it. I know what it's like to be afraid of spirit. I know what it's like to be scared of ghosts. And I know what it's like to be confused. Is this a ghost or is this technology? And even my own discernment, is this friendly, friend or foe? And how do you really know? And you don't know. And they don't know when they're communicating with us either. So if you're like me and you're making changes and transitioning, then it seems like we're going to be having some interesting dreams. And this time of year, for a lot of us, it's kind of a blur. A lot of us are already in the spring of 2026. Um, Let me know, where are you going to be in the spring of 2026? Are you still going to be where you are now? Pick one goal and work on it. I'd really love to know. All right, I have a client that I need to get ready for. Um, Hopefully everything is already set. That's the nice thing about working from home. Let me know if you work from home. I just have to undo this, hide my bed. I can blur the background that I'm going to do a gemstone reading with this client. And so I want them to see everything. And oh, that's what I wanted to say. If you've had a gemstone reading from me, doesn't matter if it's free or paid, I would love for you to provide feedback on Buy Me a Coffee or in the Facebook group, the Dragon Dream Soul Tribe Collective. All right, Dragon Dreamers, hope you have a phenomenal, phenomenal day. And I look forward to you seeing me in the mornings at the beach. I might do some gemstone readings outside in the snow. I'm actually waiting for the temperature to drop even more. Right now, we've got a steady like -2, +2. That's like the worst weather for my bones. So when it gets drier outside, um, even though it's going to be more snowy, that dryness will help me. And so I'm excited to do gemstone readings outside. And I feel a little bit emotional about the approaching season of dreams because this could be my last winter for a long time or forever, because that's how I'm committed to moving somewhere where it's always summer. And I feel very open, 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 open. Tomorrow I'll be on here again, just noticing folks are coming on and leaving you little comments about schedules and whatnot. Right now, whatever schedule is posted, that's what it is. For paying members, any volunteer that I'm providing, the schedule could change. For example, I've been doing story species, story medicine on Mondays, and then I've been doing promotion slash, whatever's going on, new moon, full moon, or dream alchemist on the Fridays. But story species, story medicine is going to be a Tuesday thing, and then my free promo thing is going to be a Thursday thing. So I might start that schedule in December because I know myself, why am I going to wait for 2026 to make change? Like maybe I should make that change like right now, like on or tomorrow because I've already advertised it. But then the rest of 2025, why don't I change my schedule right now? It's volunteer, right? Nobody's counting on me. I do have some people booked for story species, story medicine on the Monday, so I have to honor that. But I'm sharing this with you because these are the conversations that you need to have with yourself in order to move on. So, So I hope you're having a good morning. And yes, this purple thing in the background is my singing bowl. And then I've got pencil crayons. And then there's my Kleenex box. You're not supposed to see any of it. That's one of the bonuses when you get to hang out with me live is see me as I am, take me as I am, and unconditionally. Those of you who are paying for a paid membership, I'm so complimented that you have accepted me unconditionally as someone who can clear out your energy field and help you reprogram your mind. It's really important to me. All right. Thank you so much, Dragon Dreamers. We're going on almost 45 minutes now. This was intended just to be a quick 10-15. And, when I spend extra time talking like this, I always feel like, why am I being aimless? Why am I staying on here? But there's that little voice in my heart that's saying, Gina, somebody out there is listening and needs to hear you. Even if they don't need to hear the actual words, they just need to see your face and they need to see you and they need to hear your voice. They need to hear that conviction that they're enough. Things are available to them. And maybe that's why I'm still talking. Do you ever feel like that? Like there's a difference between being idle and aimless versus something in the subconscious mind compelling you forward. What compels you forward? All right. Oh, I'm also looking for somebody to host me. I'd like to have a host. Any podcast folk out there who want to board me, who want to claim me, and then I go on your show twice a month, and I want to go on your show the first week and do gemstone readings, and then I want to go on your show the second week and just do like Q&As, talk about conscious evolution, subconscious mind, conscious mind, all the things I'm passionate about. So let me know if that appeals to you. Again, this ended up being long here, but it's, maybe there's a podcast folk out there listening. Even if you're a total amateur podcast folk, you have no experience, but if you're into this kind of stuff, like our communities grow together. Okay, so take care of yourselves. Let me know what your hairdo's like in the morning, and let me know how you weave your wisdom in the dark, and let me know what God's gifts are that you're discovering. Can't wait to hear all about it. Take care. We'll talk to you next time. Bye for now. Will I have a stylo in 2026? I don't know. Maybe I just won't give a fuck. Maybe I won't have gloves or a stylo. We'll just have to see.